Today we are continuing with the structure of the vertebrae. So, you know what is meant by vertebral column, which consists of 33 ring-like bone, and each bone is called as what? Vertebrae. Here you can see this is the vertebral column. Just below the head region, you can see till the last bone. These are vertebrae. Okay, and 33 vertebrae are there, and each one you can see it is a somewhat a ring-like structure. Here you can see in the middle what is passes. Yes, the spinal cord is passing through the middle. So each one, see each single one, it is a ring-like structure. So each vertebrae it is a ring-like structure, and its lower part you can say that will come to the front side of human body. That is formed a solid cylinder bone, and that is called the centrum. So here you can see the solid bone. See front side, this solid bone, this solid bone. Here the front side, this solid bone is called as what? Centrum. What is it called? Centrum. And now you can say that the two opposite ends of the centrum are flat. Here you can see that this is the centrum, and the opposite end clearly you can see these flat bones. So see here one flat bone, here one flat bone. So opposite ends are flat. And again you can see that in the central there is a canal which is called as neural canal, and through that neural canal only what we can say the spinal cord passes a hollow region, or which is called as canal, central canal, through which the spinal cord passes. You can see here the steel rod, that is nothing but spinal cord, it is shown here. So through the central canal the spinal cord passes. So that central canal is called as what? Neural canal. And to the sides, see this spine-like structure. So this is called as what? Neural arch. So the spine-like structure, which is called as what? Neural arch. Again on the side, two processes are called, one this side and other this side. That two processes are called as what? Transverse process. So on both sides also transverse process is present, and that is the structure of this vertebrae. Now coming to the neck vertebrae, you already know this is the neck vertebrae which is present in the neck region. These are the neck vertebrae, which is otherwise called as cervical vertebrae. What is the number of cervical vertebrae or neck vertebrae? Yes, that is 7 in number. Here you can see 7 vertebrae are arranged, and these vertebrae are called as what? Cervical vertebrae. So the first cervical vertebrae is called as atlas, and the second cervical vertebrae is called as axis. So see the first one on the top, the first cervical vertebrae which is called as atlas, and the second vertebrae which is called as axis. So the remaining 5 vertebrae do not have any particular name. So altogether 7 vertebrae are there in the neck region, that is called as cervical vertebrae, and the first one its name is what? Atlas, and the second one is axis. So the remaining 5 vertebrae do not have any particular name. Next one is called as thoracic vertebrae. So this region you can say below this is what is called as till the ribs. So these are the thoracic vertebrae, and there are, you can see what is the name number, 12 thoracic vertebrae are there. So total number of thoracic vertebrae is 12. And this neural spine, here you can see clearly, here the difference you can see. From here it is just like a spine, and here you can see somewhat broader you can see. Okay, so here you the next vertebrae, that is thoracic vertebrae, which is 12 in number, and the neural spine directed backward. the number 5. From here again 5 vertebrae are there, which is called as lumbar vertebrae. So the next vertebrae is called as lumbar vertebrae, and here the neural spines and transverse process, it serves as the attachment for powerful back muscles. So here you can see that powerful back muscles will be attached to this lumbar vertebrae. Next group, you can say that it is called as sacrum. How many bones are there? One bone. Actually, it is the 5 bones fused together. So 5 bones fused together to form one bone. That is what? Sacrum. The 5 bones fused together to form one bone. That is nothing but what? Sacrum. And the last bone is called as coccyx. So here the last bone here, how many bones fused together? Yes, 4 bones fused together to form one bone. So 4 bones here fused together and will get one bone. So that is called as coccyx. Now you understood. The first is cervical with what? How many vertebrae? Yes, that is 7. Next one is thoracic vertebrae. The number is 12. Next one is lumbar vertebrae, and the lumbar vertebrae of 5. Then you can say sacrum. It is 5 vertebrae unite together, and next one is coccyx. 4 vertebrae unite into one bone. Okay. So this is all about what? Vertebral column. Understood? Now we can go to the ribs. Okay. This is ribs, and which are the organs protected by ribs? As your lungs and heart is well protected by ribs. Okay, this is the ribs. Okay, this ribs, you can say that inside this bone case is protecting which are our organs? Lungs as well as heart is protecting. Okay, so the ribs, there are 12 pairs of ribs. That is, from here you can see that counting your 12 pairs of ribs are there. Total number is 12 pairs. Okay, including here last 2 bones are there. So these are 12 pairs of vertebrae. These are called as what? Ribs. Okay, and this in the middle there is a breastbone. This is what is called as breastbone, otherwise sternum. So these ribs are attached to the sternum, and you can see that it is a bony cave. You can see a box-like structure. You can see. Again, the first 7 pairs of ribs are called as true ribs. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this 7. So here these are called as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 are called as what? True ribs. Why these are called as true ribs? Because this is attached to the sternum. What is? This is attached to the sternum or the breastbone. Clearly you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So from 7 from this side and 7 from this side. It is attached to the middle sternum. So it is called as what? Yes, true ribs. And again you can see that the 8th, 9th and 10th pairs of ribs that do not articulate to the sternum, but to the 7th rib it is attached, and so you can see that this is called as what? This is not directly attached. See, 8th one, this is the 8th one. See, 8th one, 9th one, 10th one. See, these 3, here also 8, 9, 10. These 3 are attached to the 7th rib. So this is the 7th rib. See, can you see properly? This is the 7th rib. Okay, and the 8, 9 and 10 is attached to the seventh rib. Okay, so whether these are two ribs? No, because it is not directly attached to the sternum, and see these are attached from here to here. A separate part is there. You can see in each side. This attachment is by a sheet of cartilage, which is called as hyaline cartilage. The attachment to the sternum by the hyaline cartilage. So whereas clearly 8th, 9th and 10th. These ribs are not last three. Clearly you can see it is not attached directly to the sternum or breastbone, whereas it is attached to the seventh rib. Okay, so these are not true ribs. And what about the next two, 11th and 12th? They have no attachment at all even to the other ribs or to the sternum. See here on the side you can see. See here clearly 11th and 12th. See this is the 11th one. This is the 12th one. Okay, it is 11th and 12th do not attach to the any other ribs or to the sternum. So this side also you can see these are the two. This is not attached to the sternum and these are called as what? Floating ribs. So these are not attached to the sternum by any other ribs or it itself is not attached. So the last two, that is 11th and 12th, it is called as what? Floating ribs. Okay, now about the sternum. So this is the sternum, the middle region. This is what is called as what? The sternum. And the sternum, otherwise called as breastbone, it's a long flat bone and lying at the middle of the front part of this chest. So here in the front part of the chest, this lies the sternum. Okay. Now you can see with this the axial skeleton is over. So the whole skeleton, it is divided into two parts. One is called as axial skeleton. The second one is called as appendicular skeleton. So in the axial skeleton, what are the parts you have seen? Yes, the skull. This is here you can see 8 bones fused together or joined together. Skull. And here the first one is cranium. This part is called as cranium. Then the ear, also in the ear, three small bones, the smallest bone, stapes. So the three bones present on both sides. And then in the face again, how many bones? 14 bones are present. And the tongue is attached by another bone, which is called as hyoid bone. And coming to the vertebral column, again you can see that 33 bones are there. So here backbone 26 are there. Then ribs again 12 pairs, that is 24 it is there, plus 1 sternum. So all together in the axial skeleton you can see how much 80 bones are there. If you are calculating extra 3 bones are there, from where it has come, can you say? So totally when out of 206 if you are counting, you can say that in the axial skeleton it is 80 bones. But still again you can see how many bones? 7 more bones. How the 7 more bones? Can you recollect anybody? The 7 bones more, what I told Benita, can you tell me? Benita. It's not clear. Once more, can you? Chandana? Okay, sound is not clear. Okay, I will tell that 7 more bones here. Last two vertebral column, it is fused together. I told you 5 bones fused together to form one bone, that is sacrum. And again, the 4 you have to add. Okay, because 1 already you added. So, there the 4 bone and the last one what? 4 4 bonds fused together to form the coccyx. So there we counted only one. So how many are there? So 4, in that 1 we counted, remaining 3 is there. So here you are getting 7. So total number, how it will come? It is 87. If we are counting 206, that will be 80. Otherwise, it will be coming as 230 bonds. This fused bond, if you are counting, that will come as 213 bonds. Okay. Now, I hope that you understood about axial skeleton. Now, we can go to the second system, that is appendicular skeleton, and that mainly consists of what are the things? Bones of the limbs. Limbs means hand as well as legs. Okay. Then pectoral girdle is where the hand is attached, that part, and pelvic girdle where the legs are attached. Okay. So these constitute, that is appendicular skeleton, usually constitutes what are the bones of the limbs. Limbs means hands and legs. Then girdle, pelvic girdle, pectoral girdle. How many number of bones are present? So that is what that together constitute what? Appendicular skeleton. And bones of the forelimbs and hind limbs then corresponds to each other. Most of the bones of the hands as well as the legs, they are corresponding to each other. Okay, see, can you see the leg bone? Here I will remove one of this one. Okay, so that hand bone you can clearly see, leg bone I will show with this example. So most of the hand bone and the hand corresponds to this. What is in my hand, that is leg bone. Okay, so hand bone it is a bit smaller. That's all. But most of the things correspond almost the same structure. You can see in hand bone as well as in leg bone. Okay. So in hand bone, what are the things you can see? The long bone. This is called as what? Humerus. What is it? This is called as humerus. This bone is called as humerus. Okay. The long bone is called as humerus in the upper arm. 2 long bones in the lower arm. So here you can see two bones clearly in the lower arm. This is the upper arm. This is the lower arm. Here clearly how many bones you can see? 2 arm, and near to the wrist, that is usually this region, one bone is there, which is called as what? Radius. So this bone is called as what? Radius, and the bone is called as ulna. So humerus, radius, ulna. So humerus, what is the number? 1. And in the lower arm, here 1 plus 1, so 2. Okay. Now again you can see that 8 carpals on the wrist bone. So here in the wrist region. So this is your wrist region connecting this arm to the palm. So here in the wrist region, how many bones are there? 8 bones. So here, see, connecting this to palm to this lower arm. How many bones are there? 8 bones are there. They are called as what? Carpals. Okay. So carpals, how many bones? 8 bones are there. Again you can see that in the palm, see here, this region, okay, this region, that means in your hand, this region, not the fingers, your palm region, this much only, this much region, how many bones are there? Yes, 8, and you can see that 8 carpals or wrist bones in the wrist, 5 metacarpals, okay, 5 metacarpals. So here how many bones are there? 5 metacarpals, and then 14 phalanges. Next one is phalanges. 14. So 14 phalanges means, see the fingers. Here in between, in the thumb, you can see only 2 phalanges. That is, from here to here 1 phalanges, and here to here another phalanges. Whereas in the other fingers, from here to here 1, here to here another 1, here to here another 1. So 3 phalanges in each finger. Okay. So here you can see 3 phalanges. See. 1, 2, 3. Clearly look into this finger. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here also 1, 2, 3. Here 1, 2, 3. This is the thumb finger. Here only 2 phalanges are there. So you can count clearly. Here 3 in this one. Then here also 3. Here also 3. Here also 3. Whereas here in the thumb, how many are there? Only 2. So altogether you can see that 14 phalanges. So understood how many bones are present in the hand. Once more, you can see the long bone which is called as humerus. This one, this is the humerus. Again 2 in the lower arm, 2 bones, that is called as radius and ulna. So 2. Next in the wrist region, you can say how many bones are present? Yes. 8 bones are there. Then metacarpals, that is in the palm region, total what is 5 is present, and in the fingers the phalanges are present, and only in thumb 2 phalanges, in the other finger 3 phalanges are present in each hand. This is in one hand structure. So same like that in the other hand. Suppose you have shown in the right hand. So left hand also these numbers will be present. So understood all of you? So this is right hand. So in the left hand again 1, here 4, here again 8, here 5, and here 14. So you can say that these are the numbers present in the right hand and left hand. Now we can show total number is nothing but 60 bones are present in the 2 hands together. So total number is 60 present in each 60 present in each hand. Now coming to the leg or hind limb. So hand is called as forelimb, leg is called as what? Hind limb. Coming to the hind limb, this is the first bone, it is called as what? Femur. So this is the strongest and longest bone in human body. This is femur. You cannot see here properly, that's why I am just can you see now? See, one of the leg is hanging here. You can see the other I have taken in my hand. So this is what is called as femur. That is what in each legs I am writing. So one of the leg I am writing. So this big bone is called as what? Femur or thigh bone. That is from the hip region. See, from hip, the first bone, that is the longest and strongest bone, otherwise called as thigh bone. Okay. The next one, you can see that 2 long bones, inner tibia and outer fibula. Tibia, fibula. So this is one altogether. In the lower leg there are 2. See, this is stronger. Tibia, it is stronger, whereas a thin bone associated with 2, that one, this is called as fibula. So tibia, fibula. Okay, these are the 2 bones which is present in the lower legs. Tibia, fibula. Okay, so these are the 2 bones. And next you can see, just like in our this wrist region, how many bones in hand, it is present as 8 bones. Like that, here in the ankle region, legs ankle region. Okay, this region, ankle region, how many bones are present? Yes, that is 7, and that is called as tarsal. Tarsal 7, whereas in the hand, in the wrist region 8 bonds are present, whereas here tarsal 7, and next one is metatarsal. So metatarsal means in the feet region, in the leg flat region, just before reaching the toes. Toes means leg fingers. So before that the flat area is there now. There what you can see that metatarsal 5. What is the number? 5 metatarsals are present, and again these are the leg fingers. And just like in hand, what are the phalanges are present? In the first finger, big finger, only 2 phalanges, and the other 4 fingers, the three phalanges are present. So you can say that total, what is the number of these phalanges? Yes, just like in that case, you can see that 14 it is present. 14. So this is one of the leg. Okay, so here you can see in one of the leg, what is the number of total number it is present? Yes, that is 30. Again, along with that, here look into the structure of the leg. Here there is a small structure. So can you see here a small extra structure? That is nothing but called knee cap. On this your knee region, in the left and knee region, a cap-like structure or an additional bone which is called as patella. Patella, that is 1 in number. So altogether you can see in one leg there is 30 bones are present, and in the other leg also another 30 bone is present. So altogether there is 60 bone in the hind leg, that is in the leg, and again in the hand also another 30 plus 30, 60 bones are present. Understood all of you? So once more, in the leg, femur, this is the long bone which is called as femur. Then tibia and fibula, this is the big one is tibia, and this is the fibula. And again in the ankle region, 7 bones are there, whereas in the hand, you can say in the wrist region, 8 bones are there. Okay, so here 7 bones are there. And in the foot region, that is called as metatarsal, how many bones are there? 5 bones are there. Then in the phalanges, 14, and additionally the knee cap, which is called as patella, 1 big bone is present. So that's all about what the limbs bone structure. Understood all of you? Okay, now we can go to the girdles. Girdles, 2 is there. One is called as pectoral girdle, and another one is called as pelvic girdle. So this is the pectoral girdle where these hands are fixed. That region is called as what? Pectoral girdle. And this where legs are fixed. This region is called as what? Pelvic girdle. So first, girdles are the part of the skeleton which help to articulate the limb bones to the main axial skeleton. Axial skeleton is this head region, then rib region, and vertebral column. So here you can say that the girdle region is attached to that one. See the here this girdle also attached to the main axial skeleton. This also attached to this axial skeleton. Okay. So the 2 girdle, one is called as shoulder girdle and hip girdle. So this is the shoulder girdle and this is the hip girdle. And you can say that shoulder or pectoral girdle, the shoulder girdle, otherwise called as what? Pectoral girdle. It consists of 2 flat triangular scapula. See, it consists of 2 flat structure. Can you see 2 flat triangle? Somewhat the shape you see, it is somewhat triangular in shape. So two flat triangular shape bones are present, and you can see that it is otherwise called as scapula. So this structure is nothing but it is called as scapula or shoulder blade. So scapula, otherwise called as shoulder blade, is present. And again you can see the outer apex bears a large, somewhat cup-shaped glenoid cavity. So here you can see, children, a cavity-like structure here. Here a cavity-like structure where this hand bone, the first bone, which is nothing but humerus, is fixed. You see the structure here, it is somewhat round and bowling structure. Okay, so it is fixed like this in this glenoid cavity, and this cavity is called as what? Glenoid cavity. So it allows easy movement. Your hand you can rotate easily. So you can see that it is a free joint. So in the glenoid cavity, into which fit the rounded upper head of the humerus. This is what is called as humerus, and its round upper head is fixed to this where, to the glenoid cavity. Okay, and to which a long and curved collar bone. See this bone, this bone. See in both sides you can see. This is one of the bone. This is another bone. This is not ribs. Okay, don't confuse with that. See the top of these two bones. This is called as what? Collar bones. Okay. So here you can see this here. If you are observing in a mirror, you can see these two bones in this side. So these bones are called as what? Collar bones. Okay. So two collar bones are present. So total you can see that in shoulder girdles, this is the scapula, one flat triangular shaped scapula is the one on both sides, and here one. So 2 plus 2, 4. These two and the other 2. So 4 it is present. Now we can see what is in the hip girdle, that is this region, hip girdle. And this is called as, otherwise called as pelvic girdle. This is pectoral girdle, and this is what is called as pelvic girdle. It's a large cross-shaped part formed by the two hip bones that are joined medially to the sacrum. So in the middle you can see that it is joined like this and joined medially to a sacrum. See the flat bones. Here one, here another one. Okay, and medially this part is called as sacrum. And each hip bone is made up of 3 bones, the ilium, ischium and pubis. So this hip bone, see these are the hip bone, and this hip bone actually it is formed by the union of 3 bones. One is called as ilium, next one is ischium, and the third one is sacrum, otherwise called as pubis. So this is ilium, this is ischium, can you see? Ischium, and the last one that is called as pubis. Okay, so ilium, ischium and pubis. So these are the 3 bones together. And again here there is a large cavity. Can you see the round hole cavity here? This is called as what? Acetabulum. This round cavity, which is called as acetabulum, where this, you can say, leg bone, or that is nothing but femur, the long and strongest bone in human body is nothing but femur, that is fixed here in this round cavity, which is called as acetabulum. So that it is fixed like this. Okay. So the fixing will be like this in this round cavity, which is called as acetabulum. The bone which is called as femur is fixed. So you can see that it gives, what is the function of this one? As pelvic girdle, it gives support to the skeleton of the hind limbs. So hind limbs, both hind limbs, it gives support, and then again it protects the abdominal organs. What are the organs present in the abdomen? That is mainly kidney, then you can see the reproductive organs. All these are mainly protected by this girdles, that is called as pelvic girdle. So there is a slight difference between, you can see that male and female bones. You can see that male skeleton is generally larger and heavier. So if it is the skeleton of a male person, it will be larger and heavier, and in the female the pelvis or hip bone is wider and trough shaped to adapt to the accommodating the fetus in the uterus during pregnancy. So altogether you can see that appendicular skeleton, forelimb, that is in the hand region, both hand totally 60, and in the hind limb that is 60, so 60, 120, and again in the girdle, that is in this hand or shoulder you can see 4, and again in the hip girdle you can see again how much it is there. Yes, 2. So total there you can see 206 bones altogether in human body. If you are counting the bone, I told you that this 4 and 3 in the case of sacrum and coccyx, extra you will say that these are fused bones only. Extra you can say that here. If this fused bone, if you are counting separately, what is the total number of bone you will get? Okay, you will get how much? It is 213 bones. Okay, if you are counting like that, only you will get 213. Otherwise, you will be getting 206 bones. Understood all of you about the skeleton system in human body? Any doubt is there? Next, coming to the joints. So you can see that what is called a joint is the place where two bones meet together. That is called a joint. So here you can clearly see this bone, it meet here. This is a joint. So that is this joint. Okay. And again here this is a joint. Here you can see so many joints are there in our body. So the place where two bones meet together is called a joint, and this joint we can divide into 3, that is immobile, partially mobile and freely mobile. So one is immobile, that from the name itself you can say that immovable. What is the meaning of that one? Which cannot be moved. So here you can see this skull. It is a fusion of 8 bones, I told you. See the lines passing, small lines you can see here. It is passing. And this skull, whether the bones can be moved of your skull. No, it is not at all possible because already the bones are fused together. Okay, so the movement is not possible. Such